Hey guys, it's Basketball Wives, and tonight's episode, masks were off and some wigs too. Come back and stay tuned. We got some special guests on tonight's episode of Basketball Wives.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Percocet, Miley Percocet.
Wine.
Gotta represent.
I love it. Yes.
Mask on.
Yes, the masks were off tonight. I think some wigs would have been snatched, but I was surprised. I think the ladies are behaving themselves tonight. Hey guys, welcome to Basketball Wives After Show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. I'm your host, Michelle Madison. You can find me on the Twitter at MICH_Madison TV and also on Instagram at Michelle_Madison TV. And to my left, I have some beautiful ladies and two things. We got a new co-host, and we got a special guest from Basketball Wives, Miss Elena Jay. But before we get to that, let me get it to my Lil.
What's up, guys? I'm Lynneisha, and you guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Lynneisha_33.
That's right. Hi, guys. I'm Laura L. Thomas. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Laura L. Thomas TV.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for allowing me to come join in on the set of Basketball Wives as a co-host. I am Taquiala Jackson. Come be social with me on Twitter and Facebook at Taquiala_I am.
And as like I said, we have a special guest in the building, Miss Elena Jay.
Thank you for joining us. Right? Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my gosh, guys. For those who are listening, you're not able to visualize the beautifululness that is Miss Elena Jay. This slit right here that she has.
My
All
head
I'm going to
is
say,
the headphones are not going to fit.
no, let me say, Jessica Rabbit would be so like loving you right now. I wish that we could just give you a body pan, but yeah. We can't do too much. The engineers will get upset. But make sure you guys check her out because don't you also have a boutique? Can they get this there?
Yes, I do. It's www.elenajcollection.com. It's different from all the other boutiques. One thing that I do and make sure I do is I always go and check out the competition first and see what they carry because most of the boutiques carry the same stuff.
Right.
And I try to stay away from that and get different stuff and sexy, see-throughs, cover-up. I do everything, pants, shorts.
Everything that we need.
Yes.
Or we didn't know we needed.
Exactly.
Right.
And you have
found it.
you're just a walking model.
Oh,
And
yes.
they're very affordable. The most expensive thing I have on there is $95.
Wow.
Yeah, girl.
From 25. We wear stuff one time and we never get to wear
Exactly.
them again. You can't double wear stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
Perfect.
You gotta,
The
this
B
is what
word.
you do. You gotta delete the picture to rewear it.
see,
Yeah,
we need you back
We
to
need
give us
that
some more some
Tips.
So who's volunteering for a makeover from Miss Elena Jay?
I know, right?
I volunteer myself for a makeover by Miss Elena Jay.
Oh, so we're going here.
Right away, why not?
Listen, if you needed a makeover, I would have told you to.
Oh, well,
wow.
Speaking of, let's get right into it. Because
Go for
tonight, the M word and makeover was not.
Yeah, we're gonna call this
Received.
Makeover Gate. I feel
Makeover
like
Gate.
this
Make
episode was Makeover Gate for sure.
Evelyn, bless your heart. I think that we all know that it came from a good place.
Yes,
Evelyn.
it did.
I mean, she cried. She got all.
I'm with the
I don't know. I think
Oh.
one person does not know that it came from a
I'm
good
with
place.
the
Hold on,
I'm
Elena, let
with-
me
hold
sip
on,
this.
yes.
Listen,
I mean,
it's not
I
just
know.
wine in here.
We'll let you get another.
Here we go. We can make that happen. Somebody take that pass it around. We gotta
Before-
pass this over to her.
Let me
By
see
the way, we're drinking some Stella Rosa tonight because
Take off
that's.
your- There you
This is
go.
one of those.
Okay.
There we go. Drinking some
so-
Stella Rosa because that is Miss Elena's favorite wine
Yes,
tonight.
it
So we
is.
brought it in honor of her.
So,
And thanks, Laura.
When the guys are coming over and stuff like that.
You mean like your gentleman that you're
guys,
entertaining?
like,
Yes.
Oh wow! I didn't know it was gonna be like so R-rated. I thought we were gonna be PG.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
girl.
never with me, honey.
Oh,
Okay.
Love that.
Ching to that.
Cheers.
Tonight's about to be crunk. All right, guys.
Don't get that. I'm like emptying my whole
Girl, you take as much as you want.
No. Remember, you gotta drive. We want to make sure you get there safely.
Oh, no, baby. I'm taking Uber. I don't drink.
Okay,
Uber.
great. Perfect.
That's
You know,
right.
We are safe
right.
drinkers here at AFTERBUZZ
Last
TV.
is
Uber all day.
So
No mommy
pretty.
Percocets around.
We're gonna get back on schedule. All right, guys. So we saw the ladies. They made their trip to Palm Springs.
Right.
This is supposed to be a girls' getaway. Everyone's supposed to have fun. No husbands, no kids, or whatever situation you have. As
Right.
Kristen said. Kristen or
Right.
Christina?
Kristen.
Okay, just want to make sure. So. First of all, okay, before we get to the makeover part, how do you guys feel? Have you guys been on a girls' trip to a house and you have to pick the rooms?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Situation?
Yeah. I've just
How
been
do
in
you
a
feel
hotel.
about that?
See, the way my friendships are set up,
They already know.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're the
I'm where
princess?
Evelyn is. I'm going to, you know.
But see,
Like
she
the master.
organized it. So as the organizer, do you get the first pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely.
So
Yes.
always.
Yes.
For sure.
See, I'm a
100%.
backwards host. I feel like I should be the last. I should my guest should come first,
Oh,
first
you're
and
so nice.
foremost, and then I
You're
get
so
my room.
nice.
But when my friends are
Right.
set up, they're gonna make sure I get the nice one though.
Yeah.
and then
That's
you have good
right.
friends.
See?
That's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. That's a good relationship there. You
But
click.
I am no stranger to an air mattress. There's nothing wrong with it. I am not below an air mattress.
Me neither.
You know,
Neither,
so-
right.
Yeah, we grown, but
Because
sometimes.
at
Yes.
the end of the day, when you're like drunk and you're trying to go to sleep,
Hello.
You just
Doesn't
pass out
matter
on land
anyway.
somewhere.
Right.
The floor, the
Yeah.
I need a
curb.
place to lay flat, and I'm
your
good.
Exactly.
face is numb. I don't think you care about the princess.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
not
no.
the bunk beds that they show.
Yeah,
me.
Oh yeah,
I
the
don't
bunk
know if I-
beds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit
That was
much.
They
super
were weird
No.
I
too,
choose
so.
an air mattress over the bunk bed.
Yeah.
How
any
does
day.
the Jackie on that?
Yeah, that's kind of like low-key disrespectful.
Yes, in a bunk bed.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I never did the college dorm thing, so I don't even know what that was like. So I was,
Me
I was
neither.
bougie.
I
was bougie
feel
and
like I
broke.
lived in all of the like crazy places. I lived in a hostel in Midtown
You
in New
did a
York City.
hostel? Really?
Yes, girl, I sure did. And I slept on an air
scared.
mattress for like 6 months in Brooklyn because I had no furniture.
Well, New York and
Well,
LA
okay.
are like air
Yes.
mattresses.
Oh, yes.
I was like, do I
Yes.
pay my rent or do I get furniture?
Yeah.
I pay my rent.
When I
slept
first
on
got
an
out
air
here, I was
mattress.
on the air mattress for a while as well.
You just had a nice furniture outside. Look at you.
I know, right?
But air mattresses,
Right?
air mattresses are nice now.
They are nice now.
No,
Exactly.
I have
I've seen
pillow
it
talk.
before.
Really?
I was driving. I'm so off subject. I was driving by the freeway. I know this is so sad. I was driving by the freeway, and he literally had, underneath the freeway,
Right.
he had the whole big
This is
couch
Tent
set
City.
up, and 2 lamps,
Mm-hmm.
and a picture put up.
I believe it. My
Yeah.
cousin said
In
he
his place.
saw one guy who had a whole thing set up, and then he had a lady in there. She had on a negligee. I was like, you know what?
And if I'm not mistaken, it was a picture of him. So
You know what? At least you could say
Took a
that's his
turn.
property.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
Right.
Financial freedom.
Very true. Sometimes I wonder about it. So we would have made sure that the host
Yes,
gets
the host gets the best
Right.
room. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. So I think she did right.
Okay.
And I guess the first come first serve thing, I guess that's kind of okay.
I would-
But sometimes
Yes,
I'm
I
like,
think
So too, but
Yeah.
I would still
Yeah,
make
but-
sure at least the rooms are kind of all compatible. So when
Yeah,
somebody
that's the
doesn't
thing,
feel
too.
like they're left
Yes.
out about it. So
Well-
I'm kind of with you, Melissa, when you say that you would let them go 1st. I might be picking the first room, but I'm still gonna make sure everything's at least compatible for
Yeah.
everyone to be comfortable.
Yeah, my room is open to everybody.
Yeah,
And
that too.
and
I'm like that with the
everything,
girl. Yeah.
Because at the end of the night, we're all drunk, bonding anyway.
We're
Yeah,
probably on the same
yeah,
page.
right,
Exactly.
yeah.
I've had most of my deepest conversation with my girls when we're like drunk on the way back.
Yeah.
100%.
Exactly.
It's a good time.
Mumbling.
So speaking of girls and bonding conversations and this back to this makeover. So you did not think that Evelyn had the best intentions for Kristen.
I mean, starting out, I feel like the way she went about it was wrong.
100%.
100%, exactly. I feel like if you're really caring about this, here's how I work with my friends. Girl, if you look toe up, I'm gonna tell you I'm sorry, but I'm gonna tell you away from everybody else.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking
Exactly.
about.
Yeah.
And and I'm gonna make sure you're comfortable with whatever changes coming your way, like the wardrobe, the hair, whatever it is. If it's really, really your friend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
100. Yeah.
Or when you take it upon yourself to kind
Put
of
this
put
on
somebody on
someone?
blast in front of everybody, it made her, I feel like, more
Defensive.
defensive towards it and sad and all those emotions.
Yeah.
You know, I would feel that too. She was actually nice. I don't know
She,
what else.
Yeah,
she
she was
handled
very,
it
very
so
nice.
much better than I would
Oh,
have.
same
like,
here.
I would have gone off the rails.
Yeah,
like if you had
definitely.
called me out like that in front of everybody,
Everybody.
no, ma'am, Pam, I would not have had that.
My issue wouldn't have even been with a stylist.
It wouldn't.
You're hired. You're
Oh, no,
paid.
she
No,
Yeah,
she would
she's
have got
a
it too.
different-
She would have got
she's
it
a
too. Though.
different-
Well, it became with the
That's
stylist.
That's it went into that.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
get into that too. But Okay.
But with Evelyn, she should have pulled her aside, because then you sit there and, I have a great idea, and then you just single her out. Like, that's awkward.
That's
and
what I said to make it a
The way
good
I see it, it was brought up to many people one by one
before
it got
exactly.
brought
Yes.
again to
Yeah.
the whole group.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, and the other way that we could have tackled this is we could have said, hey, we're going to Palm Springs, we're having a girls' weekend, and we're going to bring like this crew, this stylist out, and everybody's getting a makeover.
That's what I was saying.
Very
Yeah, we do.
true.
Then all of
do
a
it
sudden
with
it's a fun
dance.
girl bonding experience.
right.
But to be like sitting there and be like, hey, so by the way, you're getting a makeover today. And you're like, what?
Just you. No one
Just
else.
you, nobody
Yeah.
else, and everybody else knows about it except you. Like, what? I would feel ambushed.
Yes.
definitely.
Here's my
but
thing,
she
too.
does need to get rid of them flower shirts. We're like, it's too much.
Well, Kim K did it while she was pregnant at the Met Gala.
Okay, that looked like my grandmother's, like,
I was just saying.
backyard.
I was just saying.
You know, because Kim,
I was just saying.
I speak on, like, if I look toe up, I will speak on myself too, you know? But it just, you got to play around with it. Floral is okay. You could, wear it once in a while.
It depends on the
Me,
person and
I'm
body type.
not a floral person. Like, you never catch me wearing, like
Big prints.
yeah, like
or busy prints.
Yeah, the puffy stuff,
Yeah.
extra. I don't do that. I like slick, sexy.
You're straight up Miami girl.
That's right.
Yeah, just bright and tight and white. But the thing what Evelyn brought up was it wasn't necessarily a makeover because she looked horrible from the flow up. It was more or less, I think it was more of an etiquette thing of knowing what to wear at certain things. And
true.
I'm sure it was may have been a little bit of that because she kept bringing up the biker shorts at the wine.
Yeah.
tasting
But we were at a
They did
safari.
look-
She looked like one of the guys that were showing us the animals.
She did.
You
You're
know
right.
what? You know what?
You're right.
Look
I
at
actually
her.
got
I
to
can't-
I can't was just right.
Elena, you're not gonna get me in trouble.
Right? I'm just gonna sip this wine.
I should have warned you guys before I came here. I know.
I love it.
It's
Miss
not me.
Elena.
It's the Stella Rose. Let me drink more.
Blame
so I
it
can
on the
blame it on the alcohol.
Alcohol.
Oh, if I had a nickel for
Well,
every time
But
I
I
did
don't
that.
know.
You know what?
To say,
Go ahead and let you go ahead. Go
No, I
ahead.
was gonna say it wasn't about her like being tore up or whatever like that. A little bit because Evelyn kept saying like she told her you have the potential to be bomb.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so you're
Evelyn-
saying that like so I'm not right now. You know what I mean? And
But there were
and dress
scenes where
for
she was
your
her interviews was she looked
Beautiful.
good.
Yeah.
Her face. But once again, I didn't like the flower again. The blue one I did like.
Yeah, I like the blue.
It
Yeah.
was like kind of blue like this.
It
like,
was,
yeah.
and
I
then like a
that.
cutout. That was cute.
But
It
also,
depends.
who made Evelyn like the stylist god queen?
Well,
The next
Evelyn
one
had
to
a
say
shoe
who was
store.
bomb. Come
Yeah,
on,
she had-
and you from Miami? Did you go
Don't
visit
do
that
that.
shoe
Don't do that.
store?
Don't
Did you?
Listen.
Did you?
I
I'll
feel
have
like
that money. I'll
Is
have that
it,
money.
is it still there?
Evelyn
Is it
definitely
still there?
dresses better now.
Exactly.
Let's go back to Miami days when she was just wearing the fluffy like sundresses. I mean
The
that's
maxi
not really
dresses,
stylish.
not it.
Yeah.
Maxi
No.
dresses are style dresses, okay? So are bikinis and flip flops and everything else that we wear.
Sure. Okay.
You're gonna be
Because
doing
it's
your
hot.
Miami low,
Because
yes.
it's
But
hot.
we
She
can all
literally
admit she
every-
dresses better
this-
now.
She does.
yes.
She does.
Yes.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah, I dress better than I did 2-3
I feel
years
like
ago.
she dresses
But I feel
more
like that's the
matronly
natural
now.
As women, we always
Yeah,
like.
you-
But that's the
Yes,
natural
yeah.
progression. Like as you get older and then more exposure, I would imagine like being on TV and
Yes.
seeing yourself over and over
Exactly.
again. Like I
Mhm.
think
Oh my God.
it's like it's a form of self awareness. You're like
evolution.
that looks awesome on me. That I'll never wear again.
Right,
You
yes.
know.
But it's also, I think, going back to the print situation, is a busty woman. Certain things work for us and certain things don't. You just have to know what it is, especially if you're going to be on TV and you're going to have
Right.
the camera angle because.
But to her defense, this is our first time, the newbies being on camera.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we're all figuring it out. Give
Yes,
us some time.
definitely.
Let us figure out what makeup works for us this season.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
all getting a hang of it too. There's
Don't-
been some times where I look at mine, I'm like, what? I'm thank God. Like, this is not. It was on a bonus clips on VH1. I was like, thank you, Jesus. I mean, I wasn't ugly, but it wasn't the cutest.
It wasn't
Yeah.
cute
It was
for
one
you.
of those days where I, had the hairdo from the day before, and we were filming. I had to do other stuff, and I had to come back, show up with the same hairstyle, and it was all,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, if I see Jackie in that sparkly jacket one more time in an interview.
Oh my God! I think
The
she
professionals,
ever
yeah.
since she was affected by the pimp Holy Ghost.
Right?
She never took it off. That's what
She
happened.
didn't. She found her sequence and she ran with it.
Yeah, I think
Like,
they
get it, girl.
take those confessionals. It seems like it may be like a few days because they were in the same outfits for a while. I think Evelyn and Shawnee kind of just changed in their
Yeah,
confessional
they did,
outfits,
actually.
but everyone else's confessional outfits were pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I was wondering about that.
It gets crazy sometimes. You got to deal with the schedules and running around the producer schedules. We have like how many cast members, imagine how many schedules we got to work with them. So sometimes we don't have enough time to finish it that day, so we got to come back another day to finish it. And then I'm sorry, that it's already musty. I can't wear that again. I was over there stressing and sweating the whole time I was talking.
Oh Jesus! I don't grudge you at all. Not at all. So another fiasco with the makeover is the style. Well, before I get to that part, Jackie. Okay, Kristen said that Jackie lied and said that she didn't know about the makeover.
Right.
But we made sure we rewound it. Sorry, I'm liquored up already. I have a cheap date. I can't talk. So technically, Jackie said she didn't know who the stylist was.
Right.
You guys made a point that she kind of did, but she didn't really know her.
Right.
So.
But I guess in Jackie's defense, I guess because it wasn't her Jackie's place to tell her like who was coming. And in Jackie's defense, she didn't say she didn't know about the makeover. Like I said, she just said she didn't know who was doing it. So she didn't lie to Kristen. It was just,
I
Kristen
think
beating around the bush a little bit.
I think they're friends, right? Before this even, she's kind of brought in because of
I think
Jackie's
Jackie
behalf,
brought
right?
her in.
So I think, to me, it's kind of obligated to just give her a heads up.
Well,
I would
exactly.
preferred that. If she's coming into this new group of girls brought in by you,
right?
I would have been like, look, just heads up. Somebody's about to try to give you a makeover. Do how you feel, but it's brought up.
Exactly.
And I would have appreciated that at least.
Yep. That was my whole thing with it. Like, because I don't think that Jackie lied to her per se by saying like, oh, well, I don't know. Like when we rewound it, it was like, oh, I didn't know who the stylist was.
Right.
Hey, you kind of did. Yeah. And then also, if you're my friend and you're dragging me out into the desert with these girls that I don't know, and you know them, and I'm coming with you. You're the one that like has to pull me aside and be like, hey, by the way,
my girl.
Exactly.
You gotta have your back.
I'm sorry, girl.
Yeah.
Right, because that's what I was thinking, like they were associates, but no, like Jackie is the one that brought her into the crew, so she should have said something.
Saying like, oh, she might actually really punch you.
Right.
You like know that. So that's, to me, I'm like, Jackie should have gave her a heads up.
Especially because she could have diffused the situation. I feel like by just being like, hey, how do you feel about a makeover? Like, if we get out here, how do you feel about that? And that could have maybe diffused the situation.
No, not this one.
No.
I'm just saying. Or she could have given Evelyn a heads up and been like, yeah,
don't do it.
No,
she did.
She did give her the heads up on that one. She told
Evelyn
from the
like,
very beginning. I don't think it's a good idea, and she may put paws on you.
Well,
but I think that Kristen would have come in even more agitated when she arrived had she known about the makeover, because she would have just been like very. I think she would have been she'd have been very guarded.
Well, that's true. We get most of the drama from setups like that.
I
Situations
was about the makeover until I seen those wigs. I could
see,
girl.
Right? We were like,
Evelyn was funny. She said, I didn't call you here. He said, what, Nicki Minaj?
Make her Nicki Minaj or Lil Kim.
That was so funny.
Okay, so let's kind of discuss that. And before we do that, Lauren, your earrings are super gorgeous.
Oh, thank you so much. I got some fun.
I just noticed them right now.
Thank you. Yes. So I just want to give a quick shout out. My good friend Mark sent me 2 pairs of great earrings today. They're his collection. It's Links by Mark Morton. So Links, Linx, by markmorton.com. You can go there and shop all of these amazing styles. They're so gorgeous. Mark, I love you. Thank you so much. I'm going to post more on my Instagram too. But
Mark,
you can...
I'm going to send you my P.O. box. Can I get some?
Yes, Mark. Yes, I'll connect you guys on Instagram. But y'all, they're awesome. You can also go to his Instagram, which is at Mark Craig Morton. So check him out. I'm going to post more on my Instagram and Twitter as well. But thank you, Mark.
Totally
Mwah.
cute.
I love them all the way from Puerto Rico.
He sure did.
Yes.
So
Okay.
Thank you.
So on a not so fun note, all right. So the stylist. All right. So, what would you define professional?
Not her.
Because she did say when we were first introduced to her that she's only styled male artists, right? Only male.
Well, yeah. Last week when we saw her introduced, it was all of these male clients.
Right.
Male
She
clients.
said,
and she's got a very masculine energy.
Yeah.
To me, I mean,
Yeah.
she was
So-
very like.
I could see how she could work with men and it's not an issue.
A problem.
But when you're working with not just women, because it's not a stereotypical thing, but a woman and
We're
then
a little bit more sensitive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think it's for
no,
you.
not necessarily
so.
sensitive, but the way you speak to me, like the way she spoke. If she spoke like that to a guy, that'd be fine because they're just like whatever. But speaking to a woman like that, that's just disrespectful. That's not even being sensitive. That's just straight up disrespectful.
And I think you're
because
kind of,
I felt it.
Yeah, you as the professional, you're coming in to provide a service. Scale back your personality just to see how that person may react or who she is. Maybe she's really quiet. So
Fill
you
her out
being on
first,
15,
yes.
right, is really going to scare her or make her offended or defensive. So just kind of scale what you normally are, even if you are maybe working with men who don't, you know, brush things off, don't care. But I think she should have just kind of reserved herself a little more, seeing Kristen
and
was
hold
right,
back
and
on
then
your
came
personal
out.
opinions
right,
of
not
that
everybody
too.
is
And the
hey
B
girl,
word.
hey, when
Right.
we first meet, right?
The B word is not.
I know Sania, so it's you know, I'm getting to know her. I haven't seen that side of her to be disrespectful towards me.
Oh.
But I would say if that was me, I would have felt disrespected too.
Yeah.
Because it was very it was strong. It was like heavy, you know.
It seemed to me the point of having a stylist, or the point of, or the most effective way of having a stylist come in and be successful is getting to know the person first.
You have to connect with the person.
Right, you want that call back.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. You want to style all my friends and my friends' friends. You know, like you want me to feel like I can call you at a moment's notice when I got an event or I got to go do this. You know, that's the point of a stylist. But you got to get to know me first. And she just like came in and kind of
Bulldoze.
made it all
just
about
gone
her.
crazy.
It felt like
Yes.
almost, you know, and like less about Kristen. And I was like, if she had just flipped the switch just a little bit and like had a little bit of like compassion for Kristen and saw what was right in front of her, they could have had this really cool experience.
And
but
she was so judgmental without even knowing her. Like, oh well, you know, maybe you can't afford labels, and so you don't even know this girl just because
And
she
maybe
dresses a
that
certain
was
way.
all,
Maybe
like,
she doesn't want labels. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, and we'll work with your budget. And then the meme when she brought that up, that was just like, I think it's a, oh my gosh, like, oh you're not, oh
The
she was
meme,
the you're not ugly, you're just broke.
It's usually one that Kylie Jenner, they always have.
Yeah, it was like the old
got
Kylie
it,
when she
got
was
it,
younger,
got it.
and then Kylie now. So yeah, the comparison's like, oh, you're not ugly, you're just broke. So like when you have your come up, you're
I
like,
was getting ready.
oh yeah.
oh,
This
you
beat down,
uh-huh.
and I heard that, and I was just like, "Ooh, that was mean," but I didn't know she was talking about a meme.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what she was referring back to the meme.
But it was still like, really?
A lot of things. Between her and Evelyn, they should just stop talking like after they said their names, and then that was it. I don't know, but a lot of things, it was like just a train wreck just happening. Sania, actually, I think that had she been more compassionate, it's not necessarily her personality. It's like what we were saying, that she was getting her airtime, because I think her personality, she seems like someone you'd love to hang out with, have around, because she's gonna keep it real.
Right.
She's gonna be
She's a
really
Sagittarius
honest.
like me, so definitely.
I love it.
Yeah.
But you have to know the person that you're dealing with, especially when you see a woman in front of you crying. That's when you
And she kept
hit
going
pause.
after that, right?
Exactly. You hit pause. You say, you know what? Because for me, I'm not a stylist, but I've worked with women when I used to do bra fittings. It was a very emotional time when I was in the fitting room with women talking about their bra size. Like literally, I had people hug me.
Personal.
Yeah, so you have to connect. I feel like stylists
they're
connect
all
with
over
you.
the place.
Exactly.
Yeah, girl, don't let it take this bra.
Well, she even said she does like a head to toe thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she does, when she comes in, she does a whole thing head to toe, you know? So before you head to toe me, get to know me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
I like that, girl.
Yeah.
I
I know. Hashtag TM that one. Trademark.
And I was surprised about the wig selections, because I was wondering how much research did she do on Kristen before she brought stuff in. I'm all about doing different things, but the blue and the red wig, and you've never seen this girl, I didn't see like an in-between wig style. And I
Because
don't know.
you know what it is, Sania, that's like the way she dresses,
But see,
and
that's,
she kind of was
Puts that
trying
on.
to maybe bring the more fun out of her. And she told her you're gonna be uncomfortable.
Right.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I was with her.
Yeah,
they do.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was with her until I seen the wigs, and then I got uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because I feel like you're not supposed to be putting yourself into the person. You're
Right.
supposed to be bringing the best of that person out.
Yeah,
Right.
bringing
And
it
I
out of
have to
them.
disagree with Shawnee when she said that what woman doesn't like a makeover, because hello, like every morning show has a makeover, you know, segment to some point. It just depends on how you put it to the person.
How they're
Well, and
with
most of the
it.
time they volunteer.
Yeah, they,
Right.
they do
Shawnee-
get ambushed. They do get
Yeah,
ambushed.
sometimes
I've
they're
seen
the
them
ambush
ambushed.
Shawnee
ones.
said that. Well, how did she say it? She said something about.
Like even if you don't want to, but
no,
you kind of
that,
need
like,
it.
no, she said something about no woman wants to be told.
Exactly. Yes. She would be
That's what
offended.
she
Yes.
said. No woman wants to be told you need a makeover.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes as a friend you do need to tell your friends, but like I said from the beginning, separately from everybody else.
It's
all
how
those
you do
energies around, girl, all those judging faces, and we know we all on a cast were very strong personalities, and we're all just sitting there like, looking up and down. You know, that makes you feel some kind of way, being there in the moment, you know?
Well, just like being a good friend is somebody that would tell you, like, hey, maybe, like, my biggest fear in life is being the smelly person. Like, if I am the smelly person, or I, like, have bad breath or something, like, I need somebody to come to me and be like, girl, I love you, and also here's a Tic Tac.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I need somebody that is like that is close to me in my life.
Halitosis.
Well,
That's popular though. It's really popular.
it
I just read
is.
an article on
I
that.
got a booger.
Yeah.
I don't want to walking by. I'm looking at a guy and I'm just eye boogering.
Right.
I'm like, what's that? You got an eye booger.
I'm
That's a brand shop, you know.
Yes.
I'm that person. I would tell you.
So you need somebody that's going to tell you that, and I think just the whole way that the whole makeover gate went down was just this big sort of cluster.
It was a mess, and it just started snowballing into.
It just snowballed
a
into
mess.
a huge.
Shit, now if
crazy.
they're buying shoes and stuff, I'll take a makeover.
That's right, girl.
Because I heard about some red bottom shoes, but I never seen the shoes come out. I don't know.
They probably.
I guess we didn't get to get there.
Yeah, it went
Because I heard her saying she wants to get me new shoes, something like that.
Girl, we didn't get past the head. How to get it all the way to the feet.
Right. I was like, yeah.
Kristen handled herself well, though. Even though she got emotional, because I feel like I would have ended up in a fight with that.
Yeah, I
possibly
think
with
that's why
Evelyn
she
and the
turned
stylist.
to tears.
Yes.
I think she was just like, somebody gonna
So,
that you know, I'm the opposite. When I start crying, run.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that means I'm already past.
Right.
That means everything.
No.
Yes.
reason
No one's gonna be able to
coming
like
here,
calm me down. Yes.
And I was surprised that Tammy actually didn't come, I guess, more out. Like the Tammy that we know, I thought she was gonna come out, even though she was calling her out on stuff. But she was pretty laid back. She was like,
she was minding her.
That was
She was
nice.
drinking her
Because
water.
she does. Tammy
Yeah.
usually speaks out and feels like, if people aren't stepping up for themselves, or if if they're the not to say that she was weak, but sometimes Tammy looks at it like that, like,
Yeah.
oh, you're the weaker
Every
person, I
time
step up.
Tammy steps up, they make her a bully.
True. So maybe she's
I feel like
feeling
that's how
like
she's
she needs to
like,
back up.
I'm not even gonna get involved in something I have nothing to do with, because that's what I would do if every time I open my mouth, they're like, you're the bully, you're the mean girl. I would like, you know what? Then you guys handle it. I'll step back.
Yeah, truly.
But when someone's crying, that's when I have to just do it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That big mouth person.
When you cry,
but I can't.
I'm a softie. When
Yeah.
you cry,
No.
Kristen has cried in front of me before, so I was very like.
And she cried a lot in this episode.
She did.
When Evelyn went to speak to her in the kitchen, I think it took a little bit too long for that scene to come out. I feel like Evelyn, when she left, Evelyn went right behind her. Evelyn at that moment should have, she should have stopped Sanaya. Am I saying her name right? Sania. Sorry, didn't do that.
It's spelled Sanaya, but it's
pronounced Sania. Okay. She should have stopped Sania from that moment and then speak to Kristen separately.
That's what I would have
done. I feel like too much time went by because by the time they were down there talking, oh, you were wrong for saying this. She was upstairs talking to Bonnie and Malaysia.
Bonnie talked?
She spoke. Girl, she walked in that Palm Springs house and I didn't see her again.
I didn't. She spoke. I swear, I was getting ready.
Times.
She did. I was getting ready. That's
she talked about being a mommy, a mommy dog,
a dog mommy,
a dog mommy,
a mommy dog,
and
I think that's it.
That was all
in that scene with Kristen.
Don't worry, I'll wait. No, I'm just kidding.
I was really thinking about it.
And
then when they were sitting before the makeover. No, she didn't. She was there.
She was just there.
Okay, twice.
Listen, she was there.
She literally introduced herself as like, I had to drop my dogs off and I'm out in Palm Springs, and then crickets.
Right.
You know what?
Nothing else.
You know what I know about Bonnie Jill?
What?
Her dog.
Yeah. Right?
You know what? I understand.
I have a dog. I have a pit bull. I love.
They are the biggest babies. People have a misconception about those dogs.
My baby.
What's your baby's name?
Lola.
Lola.
She had to have a little baby asking name.
I love it.
But yeah, I love dogs, you know, but it's all fun and games. It's just because she's always talking about her dog. So.
Yes. Yeah. Well, she doesn't know about the kids thing, so she have a thing for her doggies.
Yeah, I don't have kids neither, so I'm in the same boat as her. So let me stop talking.
But do you want kids?
Huh?
Do you want kids?
Yeah, one day.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
She got a career right now.
You know?
Yeah.
You got a dog already, so you just need the kids and you know the hubby.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that first, you know.
Well, you know.
You know, I'm working on it, girl.
Me too.
Are we all?
You let me know.
Except for this one.
Oh,
She's need tips from Laura.
I am married indeed.
Tell us how you did it, girl. Because so far I got a ring, but I got it for myself. So.
Well, good for you. Sometimes that's just as good. I will say.
No, because it don't keep you warm. Nah,
Well,
it don't rub your feet.
I got pretty lucky.
My socks keep me warm.
Not that warm.
That's right.
And let me tell you about my porn size.
I need to be touched.
I need to be held.
Me too. I know what you're saying, girl.
Nothing's like a real thing, baby.
That's right.
No, that's true.
It's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. I'll say that.
Dear God, it's been a long wait. Let's
It sure is. It's
worth the
29, you know. Chop chop.
Like where is he?
Yep.
Yeah, you're
worth
at that
it.
time.
It's worth it. I promise.
So that was my thing with Evelyn. I think that Evelyn should have spoken up more, especially seeing as though this was her idea.
Right.
I think that she let Sania get too mouthy.
We have
go ahead.
Absent TV in the chat. She said
Hey,
that.
absentee.
Hello. She said that I don't think Evelyn was coming from a bad place. It really was all about presentation. She said she was thinking that Evelyn had a miscarriage, and if someone approached her that way, that she would have taken it. Maybe Evelyn might not need a makeover, but some of the other offers, so she wanted to do that to be kind to Kristen. So,
But what I was thinking about is with Evelyn and her miscarriages. Not to take one away from the other, but Evelyn's was pretty early on.
Yeah.
And with Kristen, she was going through the whole change. Her body is changing. Like you said, her weight gain. She went. She was going through all of that. Yeah.
Right.
So I think that even though they bonded on the fact that they did have a miscarriage, Evelyn hadn't gotten to the point where it was starting to do like the body changes.
Develop.
And exactly.
Did
So.
you guys see the little preview for next week?
Oh, we're gonna
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Oh,
We're gonna get there.
I mean, sip that wine. Sip
Right?
that wine.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
there.
But you know, but so I think like there's a difference of she didn't really go through that, so she couldn't really relate to her on that part of it. You know what I mean?
Well, we'll keep that one up for debate because some people may feel differently. You know, they're like, well, no, even though the baby wasn't that far along, I still bonded and I still have these feelings.
But
so
I just mean body change. Like, you know what I mean? Like she didn't really have to go through gaining the weight and then losing the weight, and not having, you know, the baby, things like that. That's what I mean. Not the miscarriage, but the changes of your body. Yes.
Yeah, and I think once you're, I mean, I don't have kids either, but I have friends who've had miscarriages before, some early, some later on, and it is a pretty heartbreaking thing. But I can say once you've had this idea of this baby for a minute, you know what I mean, and your body has started to change, and you start to look different. There's something a little bit different about that.
It's real.
Yeah, because your body actually starts changing from the time of conception. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Super sensitive to anybody who has ever gone through that, because it's definitely something that nobody should ever have to go through. But yeah, it's a pretty rough thing, early or late.
Oh, wow. So we'll wrap up Makeup Gate because we got another gate to get to.
That's right.
So how do we feel about the dinner situation?
Okay, well, first of all, how do we feel about Jackie inviting Sania to stay?
Well, that was part of it.
To dinner.
I mean, did she really invite her, or she asked her if she was staying?
Did she invite herself?
Don't even bring it up to me. Like,
it
was like that's kind of an invite.
You know, when I seen happen, I seen Sania grab Jackie's boobies and she asked her to stay.
That's what it was too, because that's where.
It was
And
like,
she was drinking.
Oh,
yeah, they were.
That's why Tammy said she found her soulmate.
Yeah,
right.
Titties and
They both
Jackie, I thought I was your hoe. What happened? I guess Jackie found her.
No, but pimps have men.
I was just
Pimps have more than one.
Right.
Pimps have more than one.
Just like not this one. Not this one.
Yeah, I don't think it's like the guest. place to invite someone else, but that's when Evelyn, I think, should have
stepped
also said,
in
guys, unfortunately the reservation is for this amount.
Especially that moment was so awkward and it blew up so
Kristen
much.
is still
She needed
fresh.
her right.
She needs her space.
Yeah, you
exactly.
got to see in her face expression. She was really bothered.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like no one was. Well, this is where I say again, I'm surprised Evelyn wasn't more cognitive of Kristen and how she's, reacting to this stuff.
Right.
Because I didn't even see them hug. Like, it's just little things I was like, what's going? Like, I know she didn't mean it in an ill intent way, but you're not realizing what's going on with this girl. Like, body image issues are like serious.
Right. I mean, some people may look at me and be like, girl, you sexy, you this, but every woman we look in the mirror and we have, I'm too skinny, I wish my butt was a little bigger. Or everybody has some things that they're not, comfortable with, and it's not okay for somebody else in front of everybody to point those out.
Right.
I feel like, I have the people that I like and the people, but I'm gonna say this: if I was in her situation, like a couple people would have got slapped.
Yeah. You would have been laying the paws. But what are do you guys want to go and talk about what we don't like about our bodies?
Yeah, I would love to, I don't care,
What is your thing?
My thing was, I was like really, really skinny at some point, and I wanted to, be like the girls, thicker, everybody was getting butt jobs.
Oh, so you wanted thought body.
Not the thought body.
That's what I call it.
I
just
wanted,
plump up or something.
Plump up, and I was too skinny, and then, Lord, when I tell you, God was like, you don't need no surgeon, I will do it for you, honey. Just
lay them hands.
Let me tell you, I went through a breakup, okay? 6 months later, I went from 120 to 160. Wow. And honey, that ass was poking. I was
Look at you.
Hello.
Yes.
And then it was kept on up. And I was like, all right, I was 28. It was last year. I was like, I'm, getting up there. So I got it. That's when I got the trainer. And I slipped all the way down to 115 again.
Oh, nice.
And appreciating the body that God gave me from the beginning.
Exactly.
Right.
Because now imagine if I would have went and changed that.
Yeah.
Like, permanently. And then I got sick of it.
Right, yes.
And guess what? I'm still pulling.
That's right, girl. You know your hair beautiful.
Yes, girl. This is Pocahontas hair.
Yeah.
This is all I do.
Yes,
all right,
girl.
Fling it. Yes.
And there's nothing wrong if you guys want to get work done. I don't want y'all to think that we shaming you.
No,
I'm just saying,
I appreciate you saying that because that's not what I, meant at all.
I know,
that was just
but,
for you.
For me, I have a lot of girls that I'm close to. They've gotten stuff done, and I, if I had the, I would do some things too. But I'm just, I'm saving my going unders for when I really, really need it.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna get some kids first, and I'm definitely gonna get
That's right.
Let these boobies get to my knees, and then I will pick them back up.
Girl, don't forget to this bra.
I'm on that one.
That's right. And look around.
Girl.
I mean, come on.
I see them things.
Yeah.
Can I get a little? Jesus. I left it in 160, but that shit went bye-bye.
That's where all my fat goes. But yeah, like I think you're about to say, all our body types are different. We're all beautiful at the same, like, I'm all for it.
So you go, what do you not like about your body?
Couple things, but I've come to embrace them, like you were saying. For me, my boobs, my whole life, I was called Pamela Anderson. The Black Barbie my whole life. I mean, had the boobs.
But you're so pretty.
Thank
so
you. I appreciate
you got that
it.
Barbie down
but,
right, so.
And then, but that's my thing. And in my stomach, I have a pooch that I hide very well thanks to the boobies. And that's my thing. But, I've embraced it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mine is weight a little bit. Like, I went through a breakup and I gained weight, which is horrible because you want to look like, right? Awesome afterwards. You know what I mean?
You got a lot of secrets
really?
to give us. You
I'm gonna need those.
gotta bring it back.
But then I just had to get to a place where I'm comfortable with it. I'm working on it to get it off, but I have to be comfortable with where I am now.
Right.
Because yes, then I'll be insecure. That'll show around the people, and you know what I mean. So I was like, okay, this is awesome. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so I fly. So
yeah.
I'm gonna work on it and thank you. Right? That's all that matters. So yeah, you're comfortable with who you are at the moment, and if you need to work on something, then you work on it.
And pay for it if you want to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's right.
I might do that.
That's right. Oh gosh, y'all are all looking at me like it's my turn.
Your
I'm like, where do I start?
You gotta be quiet, girl, with your little nice thighs and arms. doing
Good thing there were
cycles and all that.
Sitting down. No, I mean, I don't know. I think we've all gone through like phases of ups and downs and this and that. I'm actually in a pretty good place with my body right now. I'm very very appreciative of what it can do.
That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah, and I'm I'm at the point now where I'm looking more towards having children, and so right now I'm just happy that my body is healthy, and like if that means a couple extra pounds and I can carry a baby, then
that's
let's do it. Let's do it. You know, so yeah, I'm embracing it.
Embrace it.
I'm more like with Laura. For me, it's the aesthetics. Like, I have to make sure I'm up on my pedicures because my big toes are in grown toenails. And
as long as you know, you don't do the open toe when you're not supposed to.
No.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
So, I may not have my nails done all the time, but them toes are popping.
Guys do
but
get that.
also, and for me too, like my family, it's like the women on our side don't have eyebrows, and I hate that. And so I have to start doing that. No, they don't. I wish I could give you like elementary and middle school pictures. It's just bald. It's like very
and I'm
sparse.
the opposite.
So I miss like I don't have the thick ones, and I want my face to be popping like everybody else.
Your face
like
is popping.
You know how much work this is, like in the morning. I
see these pictures. I have never heard eyebrows.
Yes, it's not. Ever. My family would be like, yeah, she's telling the truth. Oh, wow. But also in the chat we have As in TV. He says that a lot of people don't realize both guys and girls actually have body issues.
Yes.
So it's really sad that people can't accept people just for who they are. So
you are right. Well said.
Amen.
But we accept you.
We accept you wholly.
Yes.
Fully. Completely.
From head to toe.
That's right.
Talking about accepting.
And if you don't head to toe me till you know me.
Right. There you go.
She gonna have the shirt come out next week.
That's right. I'm gonna call Evelyn and get some t-shirts made.
So speaking about accepting, okay, so this dinner in Palm Springs, we had a guest that we didn't know was going to be coming. Well, the ladies didn't know was coming.
Right.
Are we accepting of that?
No.
The way it was played, no, like, ooh, look who I found, all the way
Right.
in Palm Springs,
Malaysia.
though.
Right.
Like, yeah, when she said it like that, I was just kind of like, well, no, Malaysia, come on. Just
Right.
say Brandy on the
Somebody
way.
had to tell you where we were having dinner.
Exactly.
Who did the
Be here
pin
in
drop?
20.
Who dropped the pin?
Right?
I'll let
Somebody
you.
did.
You guys go ahead. I'll mention.
Yeah, but no, that's, and then I'm surprised. Well, I don't know if I'm really surprised that Malaysia would do that because that is, like she said, that's her best friend. She wants her there. She feels a little bit awkward, like she knows them, but not like that. So I understand you wanting your friend there, but especially after Tammy expressed how she just doesn't want to be around her, and she's trying to avoid a situation. Like if I'm around her, it could be violent. You know what I mean? So I want to be the bigger person and avoid this. And so she expressed that, and then you still bring her around.
Right.
That's a slap in the face to me.
But to play devil's advocate, even if she doesn't want her in her space, Tammy's supposed to be able to control her own actions, right? You're an adult.
That's
I'm just saying.
Which she did. She got up and she walked out.
Exactly.
Which she did. I feel like she got up and she walked
Yeah,
out, which
she's
I think
doing-
that was her way of being like, look, this is going to go south real fast.
right.
Like, I'm going to
And
leave.
Tammy's
I'm going to
doing
remove
well.
myself from the
Yeah,
situation.
Tammy's doing really, really well in walking out this season.
And
trying to avoid those
what was
things.
your thought on that?
About Brandy and stuff coming back, I don't really, let me, if I don't like somebody, they show up at dinner, I'm not leaving. I'm about to eat, girl.
I know, especially if it's free food. I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving. You can sit right in front of me, girl, and look at my little steak.
Yeah.
I would.
You had your situation like that.
I never left.
Good for you.
And I just want to say,
I dealt with it.
if you guys remember, was it the second episode? I think it was the second episode.
Yeah.
It was about the second episode. You approached Kiana. You let her know. You need to explain to me the relationship definition, because I was like, I need this in my life.
No.
Okay, so you had your situation. I actually commended you for that, because I think that was part of why Evelyn and Tammy have their rift, because Tammy felt like her and Evelyn were friends for 6 months, and she never told her, what happened between her
She
dead
told her
husband.
when she thought like it was.
Yeah, at the time. But you said it right out the gate. We just met. I'm feeling you. I just want to let you know this, so you're not hearing it from someone else. I thought that was very mature. I was down for it.
I did too.
Me, I always put myself in somebody else's shoes. If I was in her shoes and somebody had any type of relationship, texting, tweeting, DMing, I don't care what it is, I want to know. So that's how I, treated her, And I told her right off the gate, I wanted her to know, but it turned into this whole situation.
It was a sensitive topic still.
It is a sensitive topic, because once again, if I put myself in her shoe, it's one of those situations where it's damn it if you do, damn it if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I would feel some type of way. I would want to know. I would be like, oh, girl, yeah, tell me.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Oh,
this
yeah, I
didn't
need to
happen.
know.
I would be like, oh, okay, you fucking bitch. You know, it'll take some time for me to, you know, be one of friends with you, but I would give you that option, you know, for you to want to be friends with me or not.
Right. Up front.
And then you know, people get to talking. You never.
That's what I was saying.
You know what?
That's
Yeah,
why I
that's a
didn't
good
want
point,
to.
too.
And then I'm sitting there. I'm thinking, what if she knows already and she's just looking at me? You know,
Waiting for
you
you to
never
say.
know.
Right.
Or
that's
waiting
true.
for me not to say. I am not gonna look like the fraudulent person. You know what I mean? So I just. Honesty, I'm a Sagittarius. Once again, honesty is my way. I'm gonna give it to you right off the bat. You may not like it. You may like it. So it just, you know.
But it's your choice.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with you on that
Yeah,
one.
but I definitely understand where she's coming from too.
Yeah.
You know, that's a very, very sensitive topic. You know, you never know someone's pain behind.
And where they
Right.
are in that pain.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, we only see what's on the blogs. We only
right.
see what what they allow to be seen on the show. You know, whenever we never get to see people's heart.
That's
know?
very mature of you, and yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's I commend you for that. That's very mature of you,
Thank
because you could
you.
have just been like, nah, she was just right.
Right.
You were
Yeah.
like, you know what? I could see how she feels that way,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna respect that
Yeah.
and call it what
Give
it
her
is. So that's very
space.
mature of you.
I
I
feel
like
like
that.
she was nice. Shit, I would have probably jumped the table. You take who?
Right.
My man, his man, her man. No, my man. Oh, okay. Check, please.
Right.
I think I just would have saw black. I didn't even know. I'm
See,
just.
exactly.
I pray that I don't catch a case. That's all I'm saying.
Because in the beginning, at first, I was like, well, why would she tell her? She doesn't have to tell her. They're not cool like that. But then when you think about it and you bring up all those other points, you never know where the relationship can go. And then you end up in a
at the
situation like
Jackie's-
Tammy
at
and
Jackie's
Evelyn.
party, which you know they don't show much of it. They show a little clip of it. Me and her, she couldn't drink yet. She just had the baby, but I was drinking and we were in the corner talking, getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? I was even gonna bring it up there, but it was like too many people around. I was
Yeah.
not about to do that.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, you know, hold it in, call her for lunch, tell her by
Right.
herself.
Yeah.
That-
You
that's
know?
how I think Evelyn should have handled
Handled
Kristen's
it.
situation with
Exactly.
the makeover.
Yes,
So
exactly.
that's why I say the way you did it, I can't find any fault on your end,
Thank
because
you.
I think
I
that
appreciate it.
it was done in a mature way.
It was.
And
Yeah.
It was,
private.
yeah.
Well, private for reality
because
TV.
I know me, and I know if I was coming off disrespectful, my attitude is totally different. It's not, let me, you know, no disrespect to you and your family. It's bitch.
Yeah.
And flip your
I'm
hair.
texting my man.
Right.
I would never say I'm texting your man. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, it would be a whole other situation. 100%.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of a different situation, so we see that Evelyn, Tammy, and why can't I think right now? Shawnee.
Yeah,
Yes,
Shawnee.
there we go.
I drew a blank
The
too.
liquor. They walk out.
Yep.
And then Brandy pursues. Do we think that Brandy should be pursuing if they're...
Come on, no.
Are you
No.
asking
She
for it
knows
at that
better.
point?
Yes.
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 I am not an
I would be
advocate of
asking for it too.
real violence
I walk
on
in somewhere,
TV.
you get up and walk out, we're going to have problems.
And then she all in her
100%.
face just from the preview, like, oh, so you jealous? You feel threatened? Like,
Yeah,
come
like-
on,
She said
come
jealous.
on.
I thought she said
Or
threatened.
just threatened. Okay,
Threatened.
that's
See,
threatened.
look at you. Look at you trying to
I
start
wasn't for sure.
Look at you trying to start
Threatened at the end.
Trying to
But-
stir it
but
up.
yeah,
Okay, Jackie.
Right? Look at you.
I like that, Jackie, right?
She's saying threatened.
Get in the mix.
No, she did. Like, are you guys
But she
kidding?
get
Yeah.
threatened. So I just, if she wanted coming for her, and I feel like, I don't know, Tammy was doing really well. Shawnee, I wasn't too
Yeah,
worried
Tammy
about.
even said hi.
Evelyn,
Yeah,
right.
she's like,
I was
hi.
like, well, but I was waiting for Tammy to
that
pop
high
off.
was thick.
But
Yes.
still, she
It
said
was
hi.
still,
So
yeah.
I wouldn't have
She
even
did.
acknowledged you.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done too. That look right.
Right.
That's what I would have gave her. Right.
Right.
Girl,
But I feel like
gotta
that's
finish my drink and my
definitely big of
expensive
Tammy to
lobster
say
and
hello.
that.
Yeah, to say hello and then just, okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to excuse myself, but hi.
And she could say, I know she has a shadier hello somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
She does.
She could have been like,
Hers would be
hello.
like, hello.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or
With the
not,
eye
or not at
roll,
all,
like,
because she didn't even speak to, I think, Evelyn or Jackie when she was mad at them.
Oh, yeah.
She
I
didn't
think it
even
was
speak.
Evelyn.
She was just, she sat there and she took her drink back. So
Now you said you would have went outside like Brandy did,
Yeah.
but
I
even
mean, I know.
knowing the back
Really?
issue that you guys had.
You know what I would have done? I would have took a bite out of something, some of the food that was on the table, and then went outside to see what's going on. Cause let me tell you, girl, you walk in somewhere and everybody gets up and leave, you gon'
no, people that, but
Yeah,
you,
but you know you guys have an issue with
history.
them.
You have history with them. Personally, I would have never went.
I
I would have
my
got
thing.
would've gone
I
over.
would have never went like my
I
phone
wasn't
call
gonna
with my
leave
girl.
that
Hey
with
girl, what you doing? Best friend. Who's over there? Tammy. Bitch. Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right down the street at my house eating
Call me
food
after.
right here. You know.
Yeah,
That
deliver
would
food
have
to
been
my
me.
room.
But now if I went. And now I'm already there, and if everybody walks out and leaves, I will feel some type of way. I don't know. I would be like, y'all, really?
No, not if we don't like each other. No,
Well,
I'm happy
how
that
about
they
the
left.
rest of them.
I would have been happy to be like, oh, it's just us. So our waiter gonna have a great time.
Right.
That's
the
cool,
outside.
but they all left. I feel like
It was only 3.
everybody should have a penny of their own. Just because Tammy got up and left doesn't mean everybody has to get up and leave.
Well,
I feel like everybody's on just jumping on the wagon, whichever is a cool thing to do.
Well, I think Evelyn is the only one that didn't have a reason to leave. Shawnee and Tammy have a reason.
Okay, Tammy's not gonna get up and just walk out by herself. Her friend Shawnee's gonna. That's what I would do. My girl's leaving on.
I'm gonna go with her.
I'm gonna go out with her too. But Evelyn jumped up and went with them too, and I don't know. Maybe they have the Three Musketeer thing going on. I'm not aware of. But I just feel like at some point we're a grown woman here, and that maybe she shouldn't have been there, but now she's here, and that's not the way to handle it. If I don't like somebody. Tammy did the right thing. If I'm gonna punch you, girl, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I don't have an appetite anymore. You fucked up my appetite. You know.
Well, sorry guys. As much as that, we have this conversation to continue, and you could, may probably continue this conversation with us online or on social media because we are rap. Sorry, this was so good.
We're not ready for it to be over.
But before we leave, we'll have our guest Elena let us know where you could find where they can find
social
you.
media, I'm Elena Jay on Instagram and
Twitter, everything.
All right, ladies.
And you guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Lynneisha_33. I think it's spelled at the bottom because it's too long to spell out.
That's right. And you can find me, Laura L. Thomas, at Laura L. Thomas TV on Instagram and Twitter.
I'll be social at Taquiala_I am.
And guys, you can find me on Instagram at Michelle_Madison TV. Make sure to download us on iTunes. Check us out on YouTube and share with your friends.
Yeah.
And go get some links.
Yes.
By Mark Morton.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you guys next week.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us,
Thank
Elena.
Thank you, Elena.
Thanks for having me. It was so fun.
Yes.
We gotta have you back.
I'm a hot mess.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.